again, Dalton Wasserman, PFF, wrote an article about team building and what the NFL draft this year told us about it. Take us through kind of what you drew from the draft this year relative to team building.
Yeah, I think the two big themes for me was when we look at this quarterback class, it obviously was not as strong with proven options as we had last year when 6 went in the first 12 picks, right? I think at the end of the day, and we saw it from the Shooter Sanders drop, especially early, and then the intangibles or whatever happened in the interview process happened, but teams are still going to lean on physical traits, right? And this happens at all positions. I saw it at a handful of positions, but especially at quarterback. Look, you could convince me that Shedeur Sanders dropped out of the first round because he didn't have elite physical traits. He doesn't. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Patrick Mahomes, one of those guys with the crazy arm or the mobility or anything like that. But Jackson Dart's a little bit better athlete than he is, maybe a little bit better arm. He went in the first round. Tyler Shuck got a little bit more natural arm strength than Shedeur Sanders does. He went early in the second round, and then you throw all the intangible stuff in there, and that's why that happens. Even why Jalen Milroe went ahead of him in the third round instead of Seattle maybe taking a chance on Sanders as a developmental guy. So teams still lean on traits. And then the other thing to me that I noticed is when you look at the types of players teams drafted, especially on the defensive line early in this draft, you saw a clear response to Philadelphia taking the league by storm, running the football. Baltimore running the football with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Josh Jacobs in Green Bay. Teams that have balance, those are the teams that are winning ball games that are going to the postseason. 10 of the top 13 teams that called the highest percentage of run plays last year made the postseason. You have to have balance in your offense, and these teams are responding by drafting bigger run-stopping defensive linemen. Shamar Stewart, Mykel Williams. I think about even second-round guys like Alfred Collins, right? Guys like that. Tyleik Williams, who I didn't think would go in the first round, ended up going because you need those run stoppers against those teams that have balance, that are winning all those games with two-dimensional offenses.